Hola amigos. Hope everybody's doing well today. It's rainy this morning, so I thought it'd be a perfect time to share some ideas for some art projects that you guys can do at home. And I have a couple of ideas here that all use things that you probably already have. So the first one, we've done this before. Some of you may remember. I think it's really fun. You need a piece of cardboard. You need some toilet paper tubes, which I think everybody should have at home, I hope. And then we're gonna cut them up into little rounds. So I've already cut up a bunch. You're gonna need help from a grown-up to do this part, but you really just cut it up. So it's gonna squish a little bit when you cut it, and that's totally fine, because then you can just take it and kind of re-bend it. So what you're gonna do, you need some glue and your cardboard and your toilet paper, cut up toilet paper tubes, and you're gonna build a sculpture. So when we do glue, remember, we just wanna do one dot, not a big pool or a puddle. So we're gonna put one dot on here, just like that. And then I'm gonna put a toilet paper tube on there. You might hear my dog barking in the background because my kids have taken her into the other room and she wants to come out and see what I'm doing. But dogs don't really do art projects, so she's gonna stay in the other room. And then I'm just gonna keep adding more and more and see how this goes. It will be sort of an abstract thing. You can build a little tower, you can stack them on top of each other. When you do that, you're gonna need to pinch it for a little while, just like I'm doing here, the pinch, and that will help the glue to really get those two parts to stick together. I wonder if I could do a third one. That might fall over, but let's try it. And if it falls over, that's no big deal. Then you just try again. So there's my third one. Oh, it fell over. Okay, so I'm gonna pinch these two together so they really stick, and then I'm gonna put this one back on and really pinch that one together. And I think if you are doing this and you leave it just on the table and stop lifting it up and down like I'm doing, it will really stay better. And the glue will dry pretty quickly. I'm not gonna add any more on top of this one. So I'm just gonna go on the side over here and do a couple more. So I think you get the idea. We've done this before in some of the classes at school. And the really fun thing is, after it dries, maybe tomorrow, if you have markers or paint or glitter even, you could put some more stuff on after these are all dry. Then you can decorate it. Oh no! Let's see what's going on here. Maybe I need a little teeny bit more glue. So I'm gonna just let this sit. You guys can make it as much as you want. I only used a few. You could also use a bigger piece of cardboard, but now I have lots of leftovers and maybe my kids will wanna make one of these later. So that's one idea, your toilet paper tube sculpture. And I love to see these if you make one. So take a picture and put it on our Facebook page. Another thing that I think is fun that you can do, and even if you have like baby brothers or sisters at home that can hold a paintbrush, they could even do this. So I have a piece of cardboard that is just plain, and I have a jar of water and a paintbrush, and you can paint on your cardboard and it shows up. And it's just water, so if it spills, it's not a big deal. So, whoops, you could practice your letters on here. Again, if you're having it flat on the table, it's gonna work better, but. So I sort of made an E. Now I'm gonna make an A for Allison. So you could practice writing your letters. Oh boy, that's hard to do it upside down. You could try writing upside down. You can also do this outside on the sidewalk when it's sunny and then the sun dries it up. or on a fence. If you have a fence in your backyard that's wood, you can paint your fence with water and it changes the color a little bit, and then as it dries, it goes back. So my A is already drying up a little bit. So I think that's pretty fun. And then it dries and all this stuff is just recyclable. So you can, when you're done with it, you can just put it in your recycling bin, or you could color on this now with some crayons or some markers or paint if you have it. And then my final idea is, again, another piece of cardboard. We've gotten a couple boxes while we've been home. And I was gonna make a little collage. And if you remember, collage is when we take pieces of paper that are cut or ripped and make a new design with it. So we got a catalog about fishing. And so I'm going to rip out a picture of a fish from this. If you have scissors that you're good at using and your parents are okay with you using it, then you can use scissors. You can rip it. You can ask somebody in your house to help you. We also got a phone book in the mail the other day, and this is like paper that has business names and their phone numbers on it, but I don't need that because I can look them up on my phone. So I'm going to use this also as part of my background. And we're just going to do some ripping, which is kind of fun. And it's good practice for you guys to practice your cutting skills. So you can rip it up. You can practice with your scissors if you have scissors, doing little cuts like this. And then we have all these little bits. So we'll make a new picture with all these little pieces. So I have some glue. Let's see, I think I'm gonna put some big pieces in the background. And I'm gonna cut this fish out a little bit more carefully, and then I'm gonna put the fish on the top, and maybe we can find some letters and have this fish saying something to us, because that would be funny, and it's good to laugh right now, always, but especially now. So here's my fish. You guys see him? Ooh, there he is. So I'm gonna glue these pieces of paper down. I have my glue stick. I'm gonna put it on here on the background because I'm gonna cover up the whole background. And then I'm going to put these pieces on. They might hang over the edge a little bit, but I think that's okay. Let's see. Oh, I got glue on my finger. I'm gonna rip that and put some going the other way. And I might trim off the edges when I'm all done. Need a little bit more glue. So I'm covering up all of my cardboard with this paper, just little pieces. And then I'm going to put my fish on there. So here's my background. And then let's see how this fish is gonna fit on here. Maybe put the fish down towards the bottom. That, so I'll trim this part off with my scissors when I get the fish on. So for the fish, I'm going to put the glue on the back of the fish because then I can put it wherever I want to, and I don't just have to put it where the glue is. So put this here. That's a funny looking fish. I'm going to trim this off so it still looks like a square. And then, oh, here's the tail. I could put the tail up here. That would be kind of weird, or maybe over here. I'm gonna do that. And then I have another magazine catalog that we got in the mail, which is actually it's one of my favorite art stores, Blick. And they have a great website. So I was thinking maybe we could put some paint on here with the fish. I love paint. So I'm going to look through here. Oh, here's a tube of paint. I'm going to just rip this out. There's my paint tubes. It comes in tubes like that for when you're a little bit older and you get paint that is once you mature in your art skills. So I'm going to cut out a couple of these tubes, put them on here with our fish, and then we'll have a fish who is an artist. I've never heard of a fish who's an artist before, but there we go. That's what we're going to have. And again, if you need help cutting, you can ask somebody to help you, or you could just rip it out or do your best or practice cutting if you have scissors. And then maybe later I'll find some letters that I can put on here and make a little collage. Sometimes we cut out letters and try and find all the letters for our name. So here's a collage. Later I might find some letters and put them down here. If I do that, I will show you guys. I'll take a picture and show you what I did. But this is just using stuff I have in my house. So you can go into your recycling bin with your parents' permission and find some fun paper or pictures and glue them all together and see what you can make. And here's my toilet paper tube sculpture that's still drying. So tomorrow when it's all dry, I think I'm gonna take some paint and paint it, make it a little bit fancier. Or if you have crayons or markers, you could also decorate it with that. So there's that. I'm gonna try and do this without it breaking, but here's what it looks like. Okay, this one's really fun because even tomorrow I could decide I want to add more to it and go back and do that. And then also my A is still on there. So feel free to paint on some cardboard. You can also do this on paper grocery bags. It works really well if you kind of cut the bag open. And I will be back next week with some butterfly art. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. I hope you find some fun stuff to do with your families, and I hope that you all go outside and enjoy the fresh air. And I am so excited to see you again soon. Please feel free to take pictures and show me any of the artwork that you made. And if you need help getting some art supplies because you don't have any at your house, you can send me an email and I will help you find some. I'm going to write my email address down. And then you can email me. Oh my goodness, it's hard to find paper around here. taber12@msn.com. So if you need any art supplies and you need some help getting some, you can send me an email, have your parents or your grown-ups send me an email, and we will help find you some art supplies if you don't have any at home that you can use. But all of these things, aside from the glue, I found in my recycling bin, and this is just water. And if you don't have a paintbrush, you could even do it with your finger. So little finger painting for you. So I miss you guys, and I can't wait to see you. I'm going to be popping into the Zoom meetings this week, so hopefully I will see you there, and would love to see any artwork that you're doing. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye.